So you may be wondering, why? Why is she in a cage? There's a cat. I don't know if you're gonna see him. Bebo. You may be wondering. No, I have to see what it looks like. I can't. Okay, let me explain as I crawl out of this cage that I'm in. I kind of feel like Alice in Wonderland, you know, in the house. Yeah, okay, let me get out of here. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, don't look at anything. Don't look at my room. It is a mess. So let me show you the actual cage. So why do I have a giant cage in my room? Well, to your surprise, it's not for me. That's not where I stay now. It's for a tiny little kitten. And let me explain that. All right, so I'm a crazy cat lady. I mean, it's pretty obvious by my name and the whole alley cat thing. Like, if you know me at all, you know I love cats, but I also just love animals as a whole. I love all of them. Well, because of that, we have 5 of our own, and we take care of 6 community cats or stray cats outside. We feed them, give them water, shelter. They don't let us pet them or anything or approach them. Well, there were 2 kittens outside, 2 3-month-old kittens. We were about to catch them and have them fixed or, you know, spayed and neutered. And literally the same night that we were going to catch them, I happened to glance outside and I saw that one of them, a little calico, she was just laying on the grass. This is unusual for her, and she was really just laying there. It looked a little weird to me. So I wanted to check on her. I walked outside, and typically when I open the door to go outside, they all spree. They just go running. They are afraid of us, unfortunately. We've tried very hard to win over their trust, but they just don't trust us. I start to go outside. She doesn't flee. She stays exactly how she is. So now I'm scared. I'm like, uh-oh, something's definitely wrong. I start to approach her, and she turns her head and she sees me, but she still doesn't run. As I get a little closer, I realize she's been attacked. She's been injured. Her back leg is mauled. It's mangled, destroyed. It looked like she had a puncture wound on her other leg too. And then she just had blood everywhere, and on her belly, she was badly attacked. And we think it's by a dog, but we're not sure either. So I go to Sylvania Vet in Toledo, and they take her, they check her out, they do x-rays, blood work, FELUK test, you know, all that. And they tell me that if I were to go through with surgery, that she would have a good chance to make it through and have a good life. Once I knew that her chances were good to come out of surgery, I wasn't going to let her die. I wasn't going to put her down. We were going to do everything we could for her on our own dime. She is a stray, but we're doing this, and we're going to do everything we can to help her. I say go through the surgery, and they do. And happily, she comes out of the surgery just fine. She did great. They got her leg off. I didn't even say what the surgery was, but they had to amputate her back leg. Fully amputate it. Like, there's not a nub, there's nothing. Her leg, they said, was destroyed. All of the muscles, the nerves, everything was just destroyed by whatever animal did this to her. I take her home, and now she's a 3-legged cat. She has a big cone on her head, so she can't lick her stitches. And we just start the healing process with her. So that's why we have a big cage in that room. Finally explaining it. But that's her cage. She fits in it much better than I do, I must say. 4 or 5 days later, We noticed that her incision is seeping. My heart just dropped because obviously that means there's an infection. We caught her actually with her cone pushed back. Her cone was really short. I don't know why she was in such a small cone, but her cone was like really short, so her face was kind of sticking out of it. And she had pushed it back even further and was licking her wound, and the wound had pus and blood coming out of it. I know this is gross, I'm sorry. Are you eating? I hope not. So I take her in about 9 in the morning is when I could take her. And they tell us that her incision is infected, and beyond that, they had to take all of her stitches out and they had to drain the infection, and I guess there was a lot. And her tissue started to become destroyed around the incision. So, just not good news, you know? So unfortunately, the poor baby had to come back home with us hours and hours later with an open wound, but just covered with a dressing. But her wound had to stay open. It couldn't be stitched shut again. And for the next couple days, that's how it was. Just an open wound and a dressing over it. Pretty much looked like a diaper. The poor baby. And it was about 2 full days that she had to wear that, maybe a little less. And today, I took her in again. We've been at that vet a whole lot. I'm getting to know all these people. And thankfully, I just got a call earlier that they did surgery again on her. Were able to stitch her up and leave a hole, pretty much, an open part of the wound that's going to keep draining. So it's going to be draining some stuff. We're just going to have to keep it clean, keep her area clean, do everything we can, but it's going to have to stay a little open so it can keep draining, pretty much. It just can't build up that pressure and everything again. I'm going to pick her up in like 2 hours. She'll be back home again. I'll show you guys her at that point. I'm sure I've already had videos and pictures going on while I've been yapping. And I want to keep you guys updated on her progress too, so you'll get to see her use her legs, learn how to walk and stand and run and play again, because we're keeping her. I didn't even say this, we're keeping her. There's no damn way she's going back outside. No way. We would never do that. She is a stray cat though, that was scared of us and would never approach us before. So it's a lot of work. We're going to be helping her, obviously, with her missing leg, but also we're going to be domesticating her pretty much and trying to make her an inside cat. That's enough work on its own. So, as you can imagine, this is pretty expensive. Yeah. I don't regret it. I would never make another decision. It's like, she's only 3 months old. Like, of course. But it still is a lot of money. Her initial surgery was about $1,700. We had to put a down payment of about $250 on it. Then with this most recent development, it's been about $200 to $250 a day. And then we have another appointment scheduled for her already in the future. So it's a lot. On top of that, like, obviously, food, litter. We have to do a special litter for her. The cage was a lot. So it's a lot. It's just a lot. And we're struggling. We were already struggling. I was needing to get a second job, actually. And I was looking and had applied a couple places. And now with her medications, she takes medications multiple times a day. It's on a specific schedule. I need to be home. I need to be home to do this. Steve's working even more than full-time hours. He's not here. He can't do it. I'm the one that does it. So this whole second job business, can't really do that now. It's gonna have to wait. And it's so much that we're doing something that we actually really hate doing because I'm prideful and I don't usually ask for money or help, really. I tend to be stubborn and try and fix everything myself and not ask for help. But we need help. We do. We can't pay these bills on our own. So that's why we started a GoFundMe, which is weird. I don't know. It's weird asking for money. I don't like it. So we are asking for $2,500. This is going to help cover the current medical bills, maybe another future medical bill. On top of that, some food, her special litter, and the cage. We're asking for $2,500 on the GoFundMe. Her GoFundMe is called Tripod Kitten Medical Fund. So if you search it, I'm going to have it linked below. But also, if you just want to type it in, it is gofundme.com/tripod-kitten-medical-fund. There's a lot of dashes. It would be much easier. Just go down to the description below. You'll see the link there. If you can donate $5, $1, if everyone donated $1, like, hey, that would help so much. But anything you can would help us so much, and we would really appreciate it. I know times are so hard. Like, trust me, I know times are so hard. It's scary. It's really scary, which is why I'm needing this second job that I can't get anymore. So, long story short, you can tell I feel so awkward about this, but if you can donate anything, it would really help. But another thing that would help is sharing the link. Sharing the link, maybe writing a little blurb about it, like, hey, there's this poor little kitten that was attacked. Can you donate? Like anything like that. And share it with your friends and family on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever works for you. But it would help us so much. Like, it would honestly mean the world to me. She doesn't have a name yet. We've been like saying Tripod Kitten everywhere, but like that's not what we're naming her. So all of our cats are named after Adventure Time. We were looking at female characters on the show to name her after. I'll throw these two names out there and vote down below what you like better, okay? So the two names are either, this one's a little, I don't know. I really like this one, but I don't know if people are gonna think it's mean. But Lumpy Space Princess. We would probably call her LSP most of the time. Or Lumpy. Hopefully that's not mean. It's a character on the show. I love that character. And I mean, it's kind of apt. And then there's another character named Susan Strong. And this character, I kind of like that name because, I mean, she is a strong little kitty. She has fought so hard. So, I mean, I feel like the name makes sense, Susan Strong. But also, I kind of like that her name would be Susan. Susan, why are you scratching the wall? But the idea of like talking to Susan, like, oh, Susan, aren't you so cute? It was just funny to me. If you have any other suggestions of names from the show, I'd really appreciate it because we are sticking with the show. But it is about time to pick her up. Alright, so here she is. Little sweetheart. Oh, she's been through so much. I have her all set up. This is like recycled paper made into litter. And it's going to be a little better for her so she doesn't get litter stuck in her incision. She is definitely eyeballing the food here. I think she's going to try and eat it. Maybes. Oh, honey. Oh my gosh. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetie. I know. And then that is her incision. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I just don't want her to move her around or anything, but there is like an open little hole there, and that's going to drain continuously for the next 2 weeks. But like if there's any excess fluid, it will come out of that hole there. Oh, she just huffed. She is like, I am done with this. You are done with this, huh? Do you want food, baby girl? Do you want foods? Gotta stand up a little, baby girl. I'm sorry. The cone is so big. Can you get sit? I know. I'm sorry, baby. I can't get it all the way up into your face without pouring it on you. You wanting to, or you over it? I don't think you're into it just yet. It'll be over there for you though, okay? Yeah, in case you want it. Alright. I think I'm going to leave her to sleep. But as you can see, she has some stuffed animals in here for her comfort. Some toys. I just cleaned it, so they're kind of all in a corner right now, but I hung this little dude up. He's just chilling. And I will check back on her later. Actually soon, because she needs her medicine soon, but yeah. Let's get this closed up. And let her rest a little bit.